Okay, a polynomial function has the equation la la la. I see that it's of degree 4 and it has a positive leading coefficient, so it should be U-shaped or possibly W-shaped. And they want it sketched. I don't have a graphing calculator on me at the moment, but I believe we'll have a sketch constructed by the time we get to the question anyway. If you want to pause right now and graph this on the calculator, be my guest. I'll catch up with you in a few moments. The number of zeros that it has, they're going to make me do it, aren't they? They don't have a factored form for this. Okay, we'll use the virtual calculator and do this. So, this curve is x to the 4th plus 2x cubed minus 15x squared minus 32x minus 16. And they tell us to graph it from minus 6 up to 6, and from minus 150 to 100 in steps of 20. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems to have, at minus 4, it just crosses through the axis. So there's a root at minus 4, and it's just a crossing. Then at minus 1, it comes up and just touches the axis, what's called a tangency, or just a touch. Minus 1 is a tangent, or simply a touch. And 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4 we have another straight crossing. You'll remember crossings mean we have multiplicity 1, that's all they ever mean. A tangent can mean multiplicity 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 or whatever, but for this expression, our total can't be higher than 4, so really the only option here is that our tangent is multiplicity 2. And now they say, what's the degree? You can look up here at your polynomial and see that it's degree 4. That's the highest power we've got. And then they have you add up the multiplicities, 1 plus 2 plus 1, and incredibly enough, we get 4 again. So they're rubbing our faces in this fact to make sure we notice it. The degree equals how many multiplicities have you got. And finally, if you had to write out this polynomial, we know that it has a 0 at when x is negative 4, so that would be the factor x plus 4. And that's multiplicity 1, so you could put this to the first power if you wanted. I'm not going to. We have a 0 at negative 1, which would come from this, and that's of multiplicity 2. And then we have a 0 when x is 4, and that one's multiplicity 1. They wanted it with a square last, but oh well, we'll survive. These are the 3 zeros, and then you put their multiplicities as powers, and that's your polynomial. We would normally be worried about a coefficient out here, but in this case we know that x to the 1 times x squared times x to the 1 is going to come out to x to the 4th, and in our original curve, that's exactly what we've got. There is no number out in front of the x to the 4th, therefore we don't need a number out here either. Our c is going to be 1, which means you don't need to write it if you don't want to.